learning how to extract knowledge from other people is one of the highest ROI skills I believe an individual can have. The problem is, most people overestimate what they think they know and underestimate what they don't know. And so the point of this video in particular is to discuss the importance of being a good student in conversations. What does this mean? We can measure the quality of a student based on their ability to be coachable, the ability to use feedback to alter their behavior and drive improvements in some shape, way, or form. In other words, a good student has a high degree of change. They're capable of adapting and improving, aka learning, so that they can get better results. On the other hand, a bad student has a low degree of change. They're incapable of adapting to feedback, so they end up getting stuck at a certain level of results. In a social setting, a good student has a high situational degree of change. They're capable of adapting to the needs, personalities, values, and emotions of the people around them. They know how to use the social feedback they get, whether it's the body language, the posture, the eye contact, to adapt and find ways to connect and foster positive conversations. But here's the funny part. Most people aren't good social students. Most people see conversations as an opportunity to flex, insult, or talk, rather than an opportunity to listen, learn, and connect. Foolish conversations discuss gossip and opinions. Wise conversations discuss ideas and solutions. And so the thing is, most people have an inverted ratio in discussions. The concentration is heavy on gossip and opinions, but low on ideas and solutions. What I'm going to share today is 3 assumptions to help you be a better social student, which ultimately will allow you to listen, learn, and connect with almost anyone you meet. Cool? Then let's begin. Assumption number 1, assume you know nothing. I guarantee if you can take the time to resonate with this one idea, you will change the way you approach social situations entirely. The first and most critical belief shift someone has to make before they can truly learn in general is to assume they know nothing. Emptying the mind allows you to take in new ideas and concepts. On the flip side, if you walk into conversations assuming you know everything, you shut down any possibility for conversational growth. Intellectual conversations are built around 2 key objectives: discussing ideas and solving problems. Think of having a conversation as building a tower, and everything you say is a brick. The types of bricks and the way you lay them will dictate the potential height of the tower altogether. If your foundation is built without factoring in growth, your building will be short. Your conversation will be short. For example, let's talk about the difference between opinions and ideas. Opinions are personal statements. They're focused on what's true for me. Opinions are fixed statements. They are oftentimes shared to state rather than to grow. Therefore, opinions stunt conversations. On the other hand, ideas are group-oriented statements. They're focused on what's true for everyone. Ideas are open-ended statements. They're oftentimes shared to foster new ideas rather than to prove a point. Therefore, ideas build conversations. Here's a simple truth. No one cares about your opinions. Aim to share ideas. Lower forms of communication stunt conversational growth. Gossip stunts conversational growth. Opinions stunt conversational growth. Flexing stunts conversational growth. In general, talking for the sake of talking or anchoring your opinions into the conversation poisons the expression of ideas and ruins the foundation and potential of the conversation as a whole. Meanwhile, higher forms of communication are usually built on ideas and solutions. The problem is, discussion involves being open-minded. You have to be ready to both discuss your ideas and receive other ideas that you may not have heard before. This is why this first assumption can make or break your social capability to learn from others. If you go into a conversation with the objective of proving your intelligence and showing what you know, you probably will. And then you'll walk away with no new ideas, no growth, and nothing to show for it. On the other hand, if you walk into a conversation with the objective of improving your intelligence, you will listen, and you will walk away with new ideas and new forms of thinking. It just depends on which one sounds better to you. Moral of the story, talk less, listen more. Assume you know nothing. Watch how productive the conversation becomes. You'll thank me later. Assumption number 2, assume everyone knows something. Everyone is unique. And if everyone is unique, everyone knows something. Everyone is passionate about something. And your job is to find out what they know. Your job is to connect. People love to talk about themselves. So stop fighting them for the mic and lean into what they have to say. Ask questions, inquire. Quality questions lead to quality answers. Understand that you can learn something from everyone. Small ideas, large ideas, are all still ideas. Take them in. Only a fool believes he has nothing to learn. Don't get me wrong, we can all be fools unintentionally, but aim to be wise. You want to walk away from a conversation knowing you learn more about the other person, whether that be their ideas, their perspectives, their experiences, their relationships. You want to learn more about the other person so you can serve the other person, so you can connect with them in a way that suits them best. And you can't do this unless you appreciate and inquire about the distinct nature of that individual in particular. So going back to the point of building conversations, you want to get the other person excited to build as well. You want their bricks, their ideas, their solutions to reinforce and strengthen the overall building as a whole. And once you start learning from someone, you can use this feedback to adapt to the situation and build constructively. For example, if someone is passionate about music, you can build the conversation in that direction. If someone likes to talk about movies, you should talk about movies. Moral of the story, feedback is the name of the social game. Find out what makes each person tick. Ask questions and spark conversation. Don't overthink it. Usually, good intentions foster good conversations. So if you actually care about the person and you find things they care about, boom, there's your conversational compass. Assumption number 3, assume no one knows everything. Short and simple. Anyone who talks from a superiority perspective is probably not interested in building constructive conversations. This is a guideline I use to find the right people to talk to in general. If the other person is not interested in discussing ideas or finding solutions, and they violate assumptions 1 and 2, the conversation will probably die off quickly. For example, if you come in open-minded and you inquire about the other person and they don't, acknowledge the feedback. Don't get frustrated if the conversation doesn't amount to anything. The best discussions come from when both people follow these 3 assumptions. When both people or both parties are open-minded, willing to learn, and adaptable to the social setting, the conversation will thrive. Ideas will thrive. Solutions will thrive. Moral of the story? Seek wisdom. Avoid toxic conversations. Avoid gossip. Avoid opinions and arguments. And seek discussion. Seek collaboration. Seek social connection. Once you do, you won't ever go back. So, apply these concepts, change the way you approach conversations, and let me know how it goes. If you like this video, remember to subscribe for more. I'll see you soon.